What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Jair's Corner. This is episode 27. This episode is sponsored by Marty's Gymnasium. Guys, today I have a very special episode. I have Mr. Stephane Bachellierie here with me. He's a former French Olympic triathlete turned human performance coach. Mr. Bachellierie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hoe gaat het?
Ja.
Het is Afrikaans. Hoe gaat
Hoe gaat
het?
het?
And you say dat gaat goed?
Nou, goed.
Well done. All right, Stephane, what brought you to Stellenbosch? And just give us a bit of your background, where you come from.
Okay. In fact, I come from France. I'm a former professional triathlete, like you say.
Yeah.
I was holding 15 years career. I
Wow.
was on the French Olympic team, but never I went to the Olympic Games, to
Yeah,
explain you. Why? Because I started to swim too late, and you
Yes,
have to
yes.
start early.
Ah.
After when I stopped my career exactly 20 years ago, I chose New Zealand to do my study because during my time as a triathlete, we can say it was the best triathlete in the world. It's why also I choose New Zealand and about the landscape, about everything.
Yeah.
So I did New Zealand Institute of Sport during 2 years. And after I became personal trainer of the years in New Zealand and triathlon coach of the years.
Oh.
It was very good experience for me. And after New Zealand, in fact, I sent my CV in US to learn more about CrossFit. So I did one internship in San Francisco CrossFit.
Yeah.
During this time, it was the best CrossFit all over the world regarding the knowledge, not the result.
Yeah.
And it's all my knowledge today as a human performance coach, we can say, come from San Francisco CrossFit, we can say. Why I choose Stellenbosch? Because I know a lot of similar, not a lot, but some similar place like Stellenbosch in Canada, it's Victoria. When I was in US, it's Boulder in Colorado.
Yeah.
And in New Zealand, it's Queenstown. So I choose Stellenbosch for me to have a new experience and to check also how it's working.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, after 1 week here, I can see it's the best facility I saw worldwide.
Wow.
Regarding the track, the swimming pool, the gym in overall, and also you can do a lot of things outdoor around the gym. It's very good. You can run, you can do some trail, some mountain bike. And on the top of that, it's full of sun. It's very important. It's not too hot. It's not too cold in overall. And it's very good vibes in the city. The people are very friendly. And it's why also I'm very happy about this place. It's why also I want to set up here. On the long term.
So you want to make a move back?
Yes.
Move to Stellenbosch. That's great, man. I'm happy to hear that. And I mean, as a South African, somebody that's a local of Stellenbosch, it's good to hear that, you know, from somebody's perspective that came from somewhere else, from a different country. Just give me a bit of insight, you know, background, Stephane, as a youngster. Where in France you come from? I know you're from France. Yeah, where in France, and just a bit of your upbringing, and then how that tied into your relationship with sport and fitness.
Okay, so about in France, I come from Biarritz. It's southwest of Spain. It's very popular for the surf, we can say. It's border near Spain. So I was surfing when I was very young, up to 6 years old, but after it was finished. And after I choose a triathlon because it was much more my personality, we can say. So during my time as a professional triathlete, I was professional, but I was depending from the French army. I was on the side as a triathlete, but the French army was paying my salary. To explain you a little.
So you in the army as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the top triathletes in France and also Germany, I think it's working like that. When you are on the Olympic team, you have access to have a full-time job in the army, apparently. It's working like that. And I did my career as a triathlete. I did 27 World Cup worldwide on Olympic distance. I never win. My best place was 7, 10, and 11 exactly, because like I told you, I started to swim too late. And in 1 minute on the World Cup, you have already 40 people. Wow. So if you're not in the 1 minute after the swimming, the race is down, we can say. But it was very good experience for me. I learned a lot. And after, I decided 20 years ago to stop my career. and to do something different, we can say.
Okay. Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing, man. Sounds like you had a full career and
Yeah.
and a full life, I would say. You know,
Yeah.
even though you're only
Very
halfway
intense.
halfway through.
Yeah.
And just tell me a bit about your time in the army, if you can talk about it.
Yeah, but in fact, you sign a contract with the army, we
Yeah.
can say, but you are you work like 2 months per year for the army, and after you are only on your training as a professional athlete.
Okay.
The army it's good because, example, if you have injuries, you have still your salary and you have no the stress to recover faster and to perform again quickly, we can say.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And just a bit, I would like to know a bit about your travels. You know, I know you said you went to the States, you went to New Zealand, you were in Canada.
Yep.
What is the difference? Because I know you went to the States for CrossFit, you know, CrossFit training, and New Zealand for some of your human performance training. What is the difference with the CrossFit cultures? You know, what differences did you pick up while you were?
I can say in New Zealand, maybe it's more similar than here about the people, about the training. In US, maybe you have more technology, but it's the people, like in Europe, are too much in the comfort zone. So it's difficult if I say tomorrow, okay, today we do a workout and you have to run barefoot. I know here that will be possible. In New Zealand, it's possible. But if you say that in US, that will be not possible. Because the people, like in Europe, the people think too much.
Okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when you think like that, you are missing a lot of things in your performance.
Okay.
You can see. It's mainly what I say regarding the culture. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more like a cultural type of difference.
Yeah.
Okay. And
in my field, I cannot talk about. You see what I mean? Yeah. In the sport field, we can say. Yeah.
I understand. And like you said, you human performance coach. So just tell us a bit about that. What does it mean? And
okay.
And,
so as a human performance coach, you have to focus on the nutrition, exercise, and recovery. So about the nutrition, it's very important because, like you know, if you train 5 hours per day and you are eating junk food or not the real fuel for your body, unfortunately, it's not working. And a lot of people think I'm going to train 5 hours per day and I can eat what I want. It's wrong. It's totally wrong. You have a lot of Olympic athletes at this time, they are working like that. They are performing, they are Olympic athletes, but they can be much more stronger if they focus more on the nutrition. You have to focus your body, it's like a car. So you have to put the right fuel on the car. Your body is the same. This one, it's a nutrition part. I don't want to promote any specific diet because you have to think nutrition like a lifestyle. And it's personal because some people have a lot of food intolerance. Maybe you have lactose intolerance, gluten intolerance. So it's why it's more personal and you have to think more lifestyle. About the exercise part, the most important, we can say you have to focus on the movement and mobility system. As a coach, you have motor control and mobility issue. Example, I'm going to tell you squat, and you don't know to squat. It's motor control. And after you know to squat, but you cannot go down. It's mobility issue. So you have to work on that for each discipline. And your performance at the top level, it's all depending you are moving. It's meaning if I put you back squat, a program, online program, it's not working. Or you have to send me video each time. Because if you do your program, the weight, but you are moving very bad, it's working for 3 years, and after you got the wall and you got injuries. So on the exercise part, you focus, movement and mobility system. After that, conditioning part, gymnastic part, and weightlifting part. This one is the exercise. And on the recovery side, we can say I focus on the breathe work because it's very important. It's very important I explain you first during the night because if you have to use, example, nasal breathing. Why? Because it's deeper sleep for you and more restful, and you get 18% more oxygenation. And after, during the day, if you do, example, functional movement, you have to do functional breathing.
Yeah.
If it's functional movement with move open, it's not efficient also, because you have to control your diaphragm for each exercise, we can say. And also on the recovery part, I'm using a contrast therapy. I guess you know, like a sauna ice bath.
Yeah.
This one is very important.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to have this approach. And after, you have the mental side. So on the mental side, as a human performance coach, I have a 3D approach. It's dedication, discipline, and determination. Yeah. So I'm going to ask to my athlete to be very dedicated, to have a good discipline, because if you have good discipline, you need that motivation.
Yeah.
So motivation comes from your discipline. And after, you have to be determined, because around you, maybe it's not a good environment for you to perform, so you have to focus. Yeah.
Okay.
It's what is it a human performance coach for me
Okay,
at this time.
wow.
Yeah.
So it's basically like you take a holistic approach.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Not just the training part or not just the.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a little new and it's very popular now, we can say, after the COVID time. But the breath work is very important.
Yeah.
Breath work, I explain you, is the foundation of your health, well-being, and performance. It's very more than nutrition. So you have breath work, nutrition, exercise, and after you have to optimize your recovery.
Yeah. Okay. No, wow. That's really interesting. I mean, I've heard about, obviously, the breath work and obviously being in training.
No, it's not only the fashion mode, meditation, because a lot of people think that, but it's also to improve the performance.
Yeah. Okay. And I mean, like, for you as a being in the fitness industry for years and have a wealth of experience, what advice can you give somebody that's coming, somebody that wants to come to the gym for the first time? Where do they start? Because working in the gym, that's one of the biggest questions people ask you. They come into the gym, they haven't been in the gym yet. They don't know where to start. What would you say to somebody if I had to come to you and say, hey, Stephane?
So first, I'm going to do like a consultation to ask him about his or her lifestyle, we can say, about what are you eating, what sort of background about sport, what exercise did you do, about your sleeping pattern, are you sleeping 4, 6, 8 hours per day? And after, I'm going to go straight, we can say, inside the gym and ask him a few exercises to see how he is moving. If he understands about motor control, and to check also if he have enough mobility to access at the exercise. So I explain you quickly, in fact. If you have not a good movement pattern with enough mobility, you have not access at the right technique. And if you have not access at the right technique, you are wasting a lot of energy. For any sport, it's the same. If you swim like that, you can swim 10K per day, nothing happens. You see what I mean? It's one example. But for each exercise, it's the same.
Okay.
Otherwise, you train, you can get some result, but you waste a lot of energy for nothing.
Okay, now that's awesome, man. I will keep it in mind for the people that come into our facility. Stephane, and like in terms of triathlon, obviously, I mean, I don't know much about the sport. I know it's a swim run cycle.
Exactly.
So what makes a great triathlete? I mean, you've been working with triathlete, doing it yourself and training them as well.
First, I told you I was professional triathlete. I learned a lot. But I learned much more with the human performance side. Because still at this time, at the Olympic level, we can say, I saw a lot of different Olympic teams about triathlon, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, Austria, Netherlands, and so on, and a lot of Olympic coach about the triathlon, we can say. And for me, they focus too much on the endurance side. It's meaning these athletes, they do a lot of specific training, but there's still a lot of weakness in their body. It's meaning if you start by check to correct the weakness, to do more GPP, General Physical Preparedness, you have the good foundation. And if you have no weakness in your body, you will be stronger. But at this time, unfortunately, a lot of Olympic triathlon coach, I talk about my specialty, don't have enough knowledge about strength conditioning for sure, or not enough knowledge about mobility, and after again, regarding the nutrition and recovery part. Because I know like top triathlete, Olympic Games winner, they train 3 hours per day and they're eating junk food. Okay, but you can be stronger. Triathlon, it's a young sport. It's if you do that, example, in swimming, that will be more difficult because you have much more competitor on your side. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's why they can improve a lot. Yeah, still.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like in terms of the different countries, I know you mentioned Italy, Germany, Netherlands. Which of those countries have the top performers? You know, the top athletes, and who's currently in triathlon? You know, the guys that you like to follow and watch and see what they do.
So about the triathlon, it's not weird. At the originally, we can say the best. It's coming from the US. The best triathlete was from the US on Ironmans, and after it was the beginning of the Olympic distance, and the best triathlete was coming from Australia. After Olympic distance, it was best triathlete from Spain. And at this time, we can say it's a French team, the best triathlete. But it's okay, it's I think, a good school in each country, but still, I know they can perform better. Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Because they don't focus enough on this strength and conditioning part, this recovery part, this nutrition part. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting. You've given me a good insight, you know, in terms of just the human performance part and the strength and conditioning around, you know.
Yeah. Your body is a system, so you have to think that it's not only endurance. All is working together. So when you eat, when you sleep, when you train. Normally, for in average people, we can say if you train 45 minutes per day with good nutrition, good sleeping pattern, good exercise, it's enough. You can be very fit. But unfortunately, a lot of people think the opposite. I have to train, I can eat more, but it's not working like that. To explain you.
Okay. And stepping away a bit from the training, I know you mentioned Stellenbosch. It's a nice city. There's good vibes, you know. Compared to where you come from, what can we take from France, and what can France maybe learn from the French, maybe learn from Stellenbosch or South Africa per se?
It's a tricky question. I think for me, France can learn much more from South Africa than France. Why? Because, but it's not only France. Like I told you, I think in Europe, at this time, first you have the economic context, it's not really good. The environment is not really good, and you have much more stress than New Zealand, than Australia, and here, example. So if you have less stress, for sure you can perform better. And after, like I told you also, in Europe, US also, for me, the people are too much in the comfort zone. So if you want to change your life, it's possible, but you have to go out from the comfort zone. So I explain you quickly. I don't know exactly here the mentality. If in France, because it's my country, you are not allowed to fail. In US, you have to fail to perform. And I'm more on this side. You take a risk, you fail, okay? But after, you can perform. If you stay always in your comfort zone, you cannot become a high performer, we can say. But it's not only on the sport, it's a business environment, everything.
The podcast,
everything. So I'm more on the, and to become an high performer, like I told you, you have to be dedicated, lot of discipline and determined. You have to find your best inside yourself. But all is possible. But for that, sometimes you have to take some risk.
No, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah, I think it's I've spoken to many guys from, you know, France, Germany, different places, and traveled a bit as well, you know, and it's good to find that similarities, you know, just to know, hey, what can I learn from you? What can you learn from what we do, maybe, you know? And I mean, things are not perfect by us, but yeah, we the people are happy, man, and we have I think we are friendly people, you know, compared to some places I've been before as well.
Here, you can, when I say the vibes, it's very good in Stellenbosch. It's because the people are very friendly, and it's very important. As a coach, also, I explain you as an athlete. Also, you can be the best coach. You can one of the best coach, one of the best athlete, but you have to be humble. If you are not arrogant, it's not working at all. On the professional side or as an athlete. And I can feel here the people, they are friendly, but also they are easy, humble. Like it's similar to New Zealand. In Australia, you can feel they are a little more snob, we can say. A little more arrogant. And in France, also. So to explain you, this one, it's important also.
That's actually, I would like to touch on that humility.
Exactly.
In sport, it's important because the one day you can be there, the next day you can be there, you know.
Exactly.
But if you're not humble, if you take that hit, then it's gonna be harder for you to come back, you know.
Exactly.
To be able to perform again at a higher level. So I would say, I think as a South African, as a people, I think we're pretty humble.
Exactly.
I think so.
And it's why also I appreciate that, because you can feel this strong community, sport community, but very relaxed, very, you see what I mean?
Yes.
So this one is very important.
Nice, Stephane, great, man. I think you gave us a good background of the triathlon and your story, man. And I want to thank you for sitting down. I think we're
thank
getting
you so much to you. It was a pleasure for me, and it's so beautiful, so nice setup. Yes,
thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This episode was sponsored by Marty's Gymnasium. I just want to thank Marty's Gym for this episode. Stephane Bachellierie, sir, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming through and spending some time with me today. Whatever, I hope you accomplish what you want to in South Africa and that you can come stay here full time. I think we would benefit a lot from your knowledge.
Thank you so much.
In Stellenbosch and in the greater South Africa. Thank you for painting a beautiful picture of our city and our country, man.
I'm honest, and like I tell you, I'm honest with you, and it's very good.
Thank you so much. Memento Photography, thank you so much for this episode. Guys, that's episode 27. Charles Corner.